Sing, O ocean waves of Ondra's sorrow, of her unrequited love for the unattainable moon. Sing of the ocean sorrow, so that we may forget our own. Each day the tides reenact Ondra's longing for the great moon. The waters reach out high tide, yearning for the heavenly body, only to slump into low tide when the moon proves unattainable. What is up, you beautiful gamers, and we welcome back, like always, to Role-Playing James. In today's Road To Avowed Lore video, we will be talking about Ondra, her cult, and stories in Eora. Usually, 80% of the script comes from the official Pillars of Eternity book guide, in-game books, and in-game dialogue as well. However, for this one, I decided to write most of the script, since I think it's a beautiful story, that of Ondra. A beautiful and deceiving one. I hope you enjoy. With that being said, who is Ondra? Ondra is the goddess of the sea, and much like Poseidon in Greek mythology, she is also known as goddess of the moon, and by many, goddess of secrets. Let me tell you a story, one woven into the parables in the tapestry of time. A tale of love, a legend of melancholy, a fable of the ever-eternal solitude dwelling deep inside within Ondra's heart. A story passed down from father to son, from mother to daughter, a song you may hear emblazoned in the chant of the sailors, seeking safe passage through the goddess's vast hair. The words that live through the years tell that Ondra, ever desolate, preferred the company of the sea than of any other in Eora. However, in the depthness of the resounding waters, little to no warmth could be found. It came to pass that one day the gentle caress of a glimmering light caught her attention. Ondra silently made her way to the surface, curious of the novelty she had not noticed before while sunk in the desolate depthness of the ocean. The visage in front of the goddess was that of the moon, delicately touching Eora, bringing soft light to the world. The moon was gentle and tender, unlike the strength and might of the sun. And so it came to happen that Ondra fell in love with the moon. The goddess, being a goddess, guided by arrogance, jumped as high as her body allowed her to, trying to catch the moon. Ondra barely caressed it, yet a goddess' touch was sufficient enough to hurt the moon, and a piece of it fell into the vast ocean, which caused a tremor in Eora, and the calmness of the coast was then punished with tidal waves and catastrophe. Such is the punishment in the world when the gods are arrogant and ignore their duties. And yet, Ondra's love for the moon is so immense that up until this day she still tries to touch the moon. And with every attempt, the anger of the ocean chastises the calmness of beaches and coasts. At least, that's what the Kith believe. That is the countenance that Ondra shows to the world. But in truth, Brathir, the smallest moon of Eora, was the vassal of Ondra's destruction. Fearful of their fathers, the gods decided that they would rid Eora of the Engwithans. The goddess pulled Brathir from its orbit, directing its course in between the eastern reach and the Deadfire Archipelago, the lands that, once upon a time, the Engwith called home. Incapable of watching innocents suffer, Abaddon destroyed the moon with his mighty hammer, shattering into fragments that fell into the ocean and caused catastrophe and tidal waves on coasts, but safe enough and safe away from people. However, there was a stern meteor yet on course, and the terrible consequence then was stopped by Abaddon. Abaddon stood ironclad in front of it. The meteor struck Abaddon in the face, pulverizing it, and left his body to be forgotten in the White March Mountains. The people in Eora find shelter for their secrets by telling their stories and mourning in murmurs, whispers, and laments to Ondra's hair. Such is the name that the Kith give to the ocean, since it is believed that the sea is not but the endless hair of the goddess. There is a cult that pledges to the goddess of lament, Ondra's gift bearers. They live far away from the eyes of society, and they are the heralds of secrecy and shadows of truth. While Ondra is not the goddess of secret, she bears in her shoulders the task to keep hidden the true events of the fallen moon. And it is in the abbey of the fallen moon temple where they perform their rituals far, far away from the sight of the kith. Ondra's gift bearers travel through Eora collecting tokens, letters, love notes, especially in places that are far away from the sea. All of the collections should then be cast into the ocean so that the Lady of Lament would bring comfort to the troubled soul and the desolate sentiment of those who can't reveal the true love and those who keep secrets that pain their minds. Such is the visage that the kith have from Ondra. In truth, the countenance of grief and relief hides the purpose of keeping the secrets of the gods buried deep, deep below the coldness of the resounding sea. You once asked me why I loved Ondra so dearly. How could I go from a life on dry land to being a devote to the goddess of the ocean? I sing of the ocean's sorrow so that I may forget my own. It is Ondra's message that speaks to my heart. I have devoted my life to helping others discard painful memories, for that is the gift that Ondra gave me. When I lost my young daughter, my wife and I were inconsolable, until a gift bearer offered to take my toddler's toys and cast them into the deepest waters. Truth be told, I and the other gift bearers, I know I have never even spoken to Ondra. She is largely silent, and when she does speak, she uses floods and tidal waves instead of words. But we sing of the ocean's sorrow so that others may forget theirs. Ondra's story, the story of desire unanswered, actually matters to people like you and me. Magran cannot steer you to the way of victory over sadness. Hylia cannot force joy down a crying throat. Only Ondra can give you its strength to persevere when life seems without worth. And that is the answer to your question regarding why I love the goddess so dearly. With that being said, you beautiful, beautiful gamers, that was all for today's video. I am truly sorry I wasn't able to upload a lore video last Sunday as I promised. There was too much work going on, but do let me know in the comments below. What kind of lore would you like to see? What kind of god would you like to see? We'll make it happen. With that being said, remember, each and every single one of you little people watching RPJames are beautiful, beautiful people. I'll see you guys in the next one, and remember to stay safe, stay awesome, stay beautiful. I'll see you later.